Welcome to ST World Affair. I'm your host, Sanjeev Tanna. City of Milpitas Mayor Jose Esteves is our special guest today. Mayor Esteves was elected to the Milpitas City Council in 1998, and since then, he has won 6 mayoral elections with landslide victories. Needless to say, Mayor Jose Esteves is popular among Milpitas residents and businesses. Some of his accomplishments are completion of Milpitas Library, a new senior center, the Milpitas downtown development, and others. He has strongly advocated for ethics in public services, open government, fiscal responsibility, and full city services. Under his leadership in October 2014, Milpitas was ranked by Money Magazine as best places to live in Northern California. Mayor Esteves, thank you for stopping by at our show.
Well, I'm very grateful that I got invited, and I will be glad to share my views and opinion on issues in the area.
So, Mayor, primary election is over.
Yes.
And the results are shocking.
Yeah.
And if you look at the country is divided into, right now, let's just say country is divided right now, okay? What do you think, in your opinion, President Donald Trump should be doing in his 100 days of presidency?
Well, it's true, as you said, it's divided before election.
Yeah.
Now that it's already after election, I urge everybody to be united and work as one country. And that's the process, that's the democratic process. Mm-hmm. Now, in terms of our new elected president, mm-hmm. I think there should be 5 major issues that he should start looking into.
So what are the major issues?
One, of course, is our economy, mm-hmm. especially in bringing back manufacturing jobs mm-hmm. from overseas back to USA.
Sure.
Number 2 is the issue of illegal immigration. And that's a problem too. And then, of course, the issue of how do we address ISIS and terrorists mm-hmm. for the safety of the United States. And then also the issue of foreign policy, mm-hmm. because foreign policy would look into our position with respect mm-hmm. to wars. Mm-hmm. And as always, the healthcare issue for the people.
Right. So let's just pick up on economy. Let's just talk about Bay Area economy. I think we can spend almost entire day. We can talk about national economy. I want to talk about Bay Area economy. So Bay Area population, let's say 7.5 million. We have 9 counties and 80 or 90 cities, right?
Yes.
And then Bay Area has the highest median income if you compare to the rest of the nation, right?
Yes.
So in your opinion, what are the major Bay Area's issues and challenges? I mean, you can just say that economy, and other than economy, it could be a traffic congestion, housing affordability.
Yes.
What do you think? Just give me the bigger picture.
Bigger picture, yeah. The whole Bay Area is growing, very healthy. Mm-hmm. And of course, we have to prepare and start looking into potential challenges and issues. One is the traffic, metropolitan traffic, as mm-hmm. always, as part of the growth.
Right.
And it's being addressed through many various agencies. Mm-hmm. The other one is the balance of housing and jobs. There's still some issues on housing because it's becoming too expensive.
Right.
And then the third one is the cost of living in the area. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so high that maybe we should be concerned about people earning mm-hmm. lower income. Mm-hmm. How would they survive in the area and maintain quality of life as well?
Yeah, especially in San Francisco, correct me if I'm wrong, or maybe in California, the minimum wage right now is what, $10.30, and it's going to go to $15, right?
Yes.
So I understand one side of story that minimum wage should go high. No, I'm with that. But at the same time, when you talk about businesses, small businesses like restaurants, and other businesses, can they afford $15 per hour? And maybe there is a kind of connection to hiring illegal immigrants by small businesses, and there's a loophole here, right? I mean, the reason nobody wants to hire illegal immigrants, but sometimes these minimum wages are not affordable by small businesses. So how do you find balance here?
Well, the approach is, I agree with increase in minimum wage as long as it's gradual, on a step basis so that small businesses could plan accordingly.
Right.
And the reason and the advantage there also is that if we don't increase the minimum wage, then these restaurants or small businesses may not be able to even hire people here because they can't afford.
Yeah.
So it's a double-edged sword.
Right.
That's why if we plan accordingly, then and then maybe the small businesses would have this increased wages later than bigger businesses. Then it could adjust smoothly in the long run.
Right. And as the world knows that Bay Area attracts the best of the best talents. You have many immigrants come down here. They make their successful career out of it, right? Now, to keep interest, so for the next generations, I'm just concerned about more next generations. How do we make sure that this Bay Area can keep up with this housings, rental, affordability? How do we make sure that all these immigrants who are coming here, and they are the ones who are sustaining and growing the economy, so there has to be some balanced growth.
Yes,
and then
yes.
Balanced growth is not easy. It's not an easy subject to talk about it.
Yes.
So how do you make sure that those talented immigrants, we invite them, we embrace them, and still we have a balanced growth within Bay Area?
Yes, I'm happy you mentioned about balanced growth because that's really the approach. Balanced or smart growth. In Milpitas, what we do is while we're increasing in jobs, we are also part in addressing the housing crisis. So we're building homes, high-density homes near mass transit areas like BART is coming to Milpitas, and we have the light rail and bus station there. So we are building high-density homes all in that area. And it's pedestrian-oriented, mass transit-oriented. So right in that area, they will have their own services and commercial stores like groceries and so on. So this is one way of catering to the growing jobs and people coming to the area. So balance in housing, in commercial, and all the other areas, and city services as well.
So the local municipal elections, the rent control, it's a very hot subject. So if you talk with, it's like a 50-50 divided, this entire Bay Area. So some of the results are Mountain View and Richmond, they passed rent control measures, and San Mateo, Alameda, Burlingame, it failed. And then Berkeley, Oakland, and East Palo Alto, they have measures which protects the tenants. And looks like, so shouldn't there be a high-level Bay Area governing body to deal with rent control or housing affordability? So right now, it's each city, each county, they are dealing with this. Don't you think somebody should be looking at the high level and dealing with this issue?
Well, maybe not. I disagree. And the reason is the economic picture of each and every city could be very different. One is more industrial, one is a bedroom community, so it makes some difference.
I see.
In Milpitas, we do not have a rent control. And reasons is that we make sure that we provide quality housing, because if you have rent control, it might lead to unmaintained and not sustainable housing. On the other hand, the way we help is we are building more units because we believe that supply and demand could help in balancing and having a more stable rent. So, and then the third one is in terms of protecting landlord and tenant. The city has a grant to Project Sentinel, who will address issues of unfairness in tenant-landlord relationship.
Right. So let's talk about Milpitas elections. Your thoughts on high-level thoughts on the outcome of the results?
Okay. We have 4 measures in Milpitas. As mayor, I'm most interested in those measures because they will impact the future of Milpitas. I'm very happy that all 4 of them pass. passed significantly, with a lot of majority voters.
Right.
The first two pertain to the controlled development of the hillside.
You're talking about Measure I and Measure K.
J, yes. We want to keep our hillside ordinance.
Right.
It's restrictive,
Right.
and that's the will of the people, because right now the hills are kind of unstable geographically, and at the same time we want to keep open space also in the area. So we're happy that passed. And then the third one, K,
Right.
okay, pertains to protecting parks. Parks and open space are important part of a residential or family living. We keep quality of life. We make sure that any city council will not be able to sell or change the zoning of those areas unless the people will agree into it. So it's a protection.
All these measures, sorry to interrupt here. So once again, going back to this, how do you sustain with the growth? How do you sustain, because now there are certain areas you will not be able to grow or just develop further, right? So, of course, we have land in Milpitas, no doubt about it. So how do you keep balance? Again, so we have this measure J and I and K.
Yes,
so does that mean that Milpitas cannot grow beyond?
No, because we have the appropriate zoning areas.
Okay.
Like around the BART, we zone it as transit area specific plan. It's very high density. You could have up to 70 homes per acre.
I see.
In Main Street, same thing. We're increasing the density. So there will be areas where it will be densely developed, and there will be areas which is not densely developed, and at the same time always keep open space and park as part of the high standard of living and healthy living in Milpitas.
Okay. I want to talk about Measure L.
Yes.
So Measure L, it deals with repealing the city's decision to send the trash to Guadalupe Recycling. So
yes.
Your comments on that?
Well, the City Council has decided to select a vendor that we're going to dispose of our trash in South San Jose in Guadalupe.
Right.
And we had an RFP process, and they're the lowest bidder, and it helps us also in controlling trash and disposal in Milpitas. That's why I'm very happy that people supported the council's decision.
Right.
Okay, so hopefully with that, it should be a good environmental benefit to Milpitas. In fact, the cost would be lower, and the garbage would not be thrown close to Milpitas, but farther in an area.
So there is a garbage facility close to Milpitas and San Jose.
Yes.
What's a Newbie?
Newbie Island.
But so Milpitas residents will still smell.
Yeah, maybe,
but less.
But less. But the good news is we are disposing in an area where we know and we have reported that they don't have any smell issue, odor issue, and we support those areas.
Okay. Mayor, I wish we had more time.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for stopping by. If you have any interesting stories to share, feel free to contact us at Facebook and Twitter. Thank you very much.